The Fox 29 10 o'clock news starts now. We've got you covered.
Breaking news, Fort Pierce City Manager Nick Mims is arrested and facing corruption charges. Our team of reporters was the first to break the story and is digging deeper into how we got to this point. Plus, could Mar-a-Lago be shut down?
In my mind, if the road is closed, the Mar-a-Lago Club is closed.
We're monitoring the safety concerns that could make that a reality. Diving deeper into Florida's insurance crisis. New data revealing how many homeowners are paying the price by not having flood insurance. We begin tonight with breaking news. Fort Pierce City Manager Nick Mims was arrested and is facing charges of official misconduct and bid tampering. Our Fox 29 news cameras caught Mims leaving the St. Lucie County Jail shortly after he was booked this evening. This is the result of a 2-year FDLE investigation. We have team coverage tonight. Our Ethan Stein will have a breakdown of that project at the center of the charges. But we want to begin with anchor Megan McRoberts. And Megan, what do these charges mean?
Connie, as you mentioned, this is the result of a 2-year investigation by FDLE, a somewhat complex investigation we've been working to simplify. But essentially, investigators say they found that Nick Mims abused his influence and his position to help the Lincoln Park young professionals win a bid to develop a portion of land in the Lincoln Park community. One of the big issues brought up by investigators is that 2 city employees helped form the Lincoln Park young professionals, one of which is Nick Mims' niece. That was a conflict of interest they say he did not disclose. Here are some further findings of that investigation, according to FDLE. This all started when they say Mims initiated the process in the first place to declare 2 vacant lots as surplus. Then they say he rigged the RFP process to make sure that the Lincoln Park young professionals got the lease for those lots. Then they say he went as far as controlling the bid language, giving them non-public information, and again used his influence to even let Lincoln Park young professionals present to the city before the bid ever went public. And again, investigators say he never disclosed that conflict of interest, that he did have a family member as part of the Lincoln Park Young Professionals. FDLE did not go as far as to say exactly what project this was, but I want to bring in our Ethan Stein. They gave us enough details to say where this was, who was investigated or involved in coming up with the plans, and it lined up with a group that you had already had some concerns about.
Yeah, we started asking questions about this project back in May. It's 2 vacant lots that are in northwest Fort Pierce. A nonprofit was awarded the land, and it has multiple connections to the city.
Behind a chain link fence next to the Lincoln Theater with a bullet hole sits 2 plots of land.
They were supposed to have a community center here, and the funding has been cut off for whatever reason.
A nonprofit called Rooted in Change pitched turning the land into the Root, a place for restaurants, movie nights, and green market. To make it a reality, the city of Fort Pierce gave it a contract for $10. About 3 years later, it sits empty.
We have a site that is left unkept. It is unsafe, and it needs to be cleaned up immediately.
The contract was canceled. Why? Emails we received show the nonprofit says if it was required to do permanent bathrooms, it would have to end the project, even though permanent bathrooms are a condition in the lease.
Where's the money? So whoever got that money need to be held accountable too.
According to state records, the nonprofit's leadership contains Venice Gilmore. He's listed as the assistant city planning director on the city's website.
Do you have any idea where the money went?
Gilmore declined to answer our questions about the contract. State records also show Coletta Scott is on the nonprofit's leadership board. She is Mims' niece. FDLE says in their release, Mims rigged the bid for his niece. Mims drove away from reporters outside the St. Lucie County Jail and didn't answer his door. But regardless if it is to us or a judge, Mims will have questions to answer about his conduct.
So when we first started reporting this story back in May, the city declined to tell us if the Gilmore that we saw on the website was an employee of the city, if they were the same person. We had to request the personnel file. Once we got that through a public records request, we were able to confirm, and the city spokesperson says that there's nothing wrong with the deal because it's a movement of land that was awarded, not actual money. So that's how they defend the contract to me, Megan.
Okay, really interesting, Ethan. Thank you so much. As you heard Ethan mention the money, we've been covering this project since the very beginning, really, since the groundbreaking happening back in 2021. You could take some look at some of the footage here of that. So 2021, that's when a nonprofit group, Allegheny Franciscan Ministries, gave Rooted in Change a $500,000 grant to complete the community center. The ministry did not answer our request for comment tonight. Rooted in Change told us it had problems with their contractor, which is why they say there has still been no development. You also might be wondering, who is that other group, the other development agency that tried to build on this land and also submitted an RFP? You might say kind of got duped in all of this. We did some digging tonight. I dug up these records from back when that RFP process was underway. The Doyen Company, based in Stewart, proposed developing housing on the land and paying the city for a lease of $1,200 per year. I also reached out to that company tonight. They're not commenting because of the ongoing investigation, but listen to what Nick Mims had to say just before the Lincoln Park Young Professionals got the bid.
And the Lincoln Park Young Professionals, the young professionals of this community came up with this idea. And it is spurred on by the Allegheny Franciscan Ministries group as part of the Boom Grant Initiative. And we think it's a great idea.
No comment from any city leaders tonight, not the mayor, not any commissioners. But we did get a statement from a city spokesperson tonight, reading in part that we recognize the concern this may bring to our community and are committed to addressing the situation with transparency and seriousness it requires. In response, the city commission has scheduled a special public meeting for Thursday to collectively review the matter and determine the appropriate steps moving forward. So again, we do believe Mims will make a court appearance sometime tomorrow. We will also be following tomorrow's special meeting with city commissioners. Again, as all of this is still under investigation, Hani, and we are told by FDLE that more arrests could be forthcoming. Back to you.
Megan McRoberts and Ethan Stein tonight, staying on top of all this developing and breaking news today. We will continue, of course, to monitor this story. To read the FDLE report and the full statement from the city of Fort Pierce, you can head to our website, WFLX.com. We want to get to our weather now with First Alert meteorologist James Whelan, who's keeping an eye on what's now Hurricane Ernesto. James, what's that timeline looking like now?
Yeah, Ernesto getting a little bit better organized here. Had a pretty good blow up earlier. See it there, but now kind of went away. But you can see it's starting to wrap around the center here, the hurricane center, indicating earlier that it's about 50% wrapped. It may even be a little bit more than that now. So could expect this to strengthen even more as we get into the 11 o'clock advisory. We'll have to see, but it did strengthen a little bit. In between there, it's 80 miles per hour. It was 75 before. Moving to the west, northwest at 16 miles per hour. Here's forecast track here. On the same deal, heading up towards Bermuda, briefly becoming a Cat 3 major hurricane and then weakening just slightly as it moves up towards Bermuda, where they do have hurricane watches out already and some time at least to prepare before this thing comes barreling on through. Here at home, we do have some showers and storms. Maybe you're seeing the lightning out west. It's mainly west of the lake and then in the western part of Indian River County. For us here, not a whole lot left over, but we still could see some of this drop through the Treasure Coast here through the evening hours. Tomorrow, another heat advisory in effect. Going to be hot and humid out there. Low temperatures tonight, upper 70s, low to mid 90s again tomorrow. A little bit more rain around, which I'll time that out for you and let you know what to expect for the weekend coming up. Looks nice coming up.
James, thank you. New tonight, it's been a traffic nightmare on Palm Beach. Road closures near Mar-a-Lago were the focus of a town meeting this week. Those closures along A1A have been in place now since the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. But could the traffic tie-ups lead to the closure of his Mar-a-Lago resort? Our Zeilali Solache is listening to residents who say they just want the roads back open.
Palm Beach is weighing whether or not to close Mar-a-Lago over traffic and safety concerns.
It'd be best if they get it back to normal soon.
Let's go back. On July 20th, the Secret Service closed South Ocean Boulevard near Mar-a-Lago in the wake of the assassination attempt on the former president. During Tuesday's town meeting, Mayor Danielle Moore said it was time to explore some options.
If the road is closed, the Mar-a-Lago Club is closed.
Palm Beach Police Chief Nicholas Caristo says multiple agencies are working together to ease traffic.
The best thing we can do is coordinate and communicate with everybody that's involved, not just here in West Palm and the county, because it's going to affect them also.
Town officials discussed security as hundreds enter the club.
It's completely illogical that you've got a road closed and then you're going to let 350 strangers into your club. Absolutely not.
Others want smooth drives again.
It slows me down for work, but I just hope it all goes back to normal soon, so I'll get back to my normal route.
I asked Palm Beach Police how they are working toward the solution. They sent a statement. Regarding the responses to the chief's update at Town Council, we are understanding of the community's frustration and share many of their concerns. The department will continue to work in the interest of the safety and security of our residents and visitors. Chief Caristo says the road will be closed until at least Election Day, and in the meantime, town officials asked the town attorney to search for options. In West Palm Beach, Setlali Solache for Fox 29 News. We've got you covered.
Next at 10, new concerns over protecting your home, even if you're outside a federal flood zone. We talked to the expert to tell us why there's confusion on the flood maps. Plus, Ernesto now upgraded to a Category 1 hurricane after bringing significant flooding to Puerto Rico, where Hurricane Ernesto is heading next, and the chances of it upgrading. Later, election season is ramping up as candidates hit the campaign trail. We take a look